All right, guys, welcome to part 10 of the Facebook Ads University course, where we're going to be discussing effective targeting strategies specifically related to fence ads. So we're going to start off by discussing placement. So when we are on our ad set level, this is where we're going to be able to select multiple variations of targeting. So we're going to start with placement. What placement is so at the moment I have what's called advantage placement selected. So I'm going to edit that and I'm going to go to manual placements. What is placements? Placements is where you're telling Facebook that you want your ad to be seen. So after testing multiple different variations of placements, trying out what's called advantage plus placement, which is essentially Facebook's delivery system where they allocate your budget where they feel it's going to best perform. That isn't always very precise, and they're just always going to try to spend your money in different areas to test out. But for fence ads in particular, we've tested multiple different variations of this, and this is what our conclusion is. What you want to do is you want to select feeds. So I'm sorry, here you want to open up feeds and you want to deselect everything. The only thing that you want to leave selected is Facebook feed and Instagram feed. You then come down here and we're going to deselect everything else. All right, so now that everything's been deselected, if I open up feeds again, you can see it's only Facebook feed and Instagram feed. This way, our ads are only being showed on Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds. Why? Because if we don't select this, it'll be shown in Facebook Marketplace, Instagram Explorer, Facebook Business Explorer, along multiple different areas where we just know that ads aren't performing. So when it comes to placement, this is what we're discussing. This is where the placement of the ads is going to be most effective. We are then going to move into the audience section. Now, in the audience section, there's something called Advantage Plus for your audience. And this is where Facebook leverages AI to automatically find the best audience for your ads. Once again, we tend to use this, but we still need to input certain data points. So for example, the location will have to be input, very obviously. Genders you can leave open, and then the age you can leave open as well. But then what you do is you just simply select this button here, which says Use Advantage Audience Plus, and that has now been selected, and Facebook will use the algorithm to find the best possible audience. You're able to test different audiences. I mean, you can definitely deselect this, switch back to the original audience, and then you can simply try to detail target your audience. So that is what can be seen in our section 3 of the part 10. So when you come down here, interest categories, there's a list that's been provided. So you can try testing your audience with any of these specific targeted categories, which would be added in here. So home improvement, for example. So I come here, I see on the right-hand side, it says interest. The size of this audience looks to be between 335 million and 394 million. So we can say it's quite the large audience. Now, when let me deselect this again, and I want to show you something here. When I look at audience information, what Facebook is telling me right now that with the current data points that we've input, so really just the location and then the placement, my estimated audience size is going to be 1.3 to 1.6 million people. Now, when I go ahead and add a detailed target like home improvement, just want you to see what happens to the audience. So let's go with home improvement So this one was fairly large because it's home and garden, which we're going to select. As you can see, it actually decreased. Now you would think it would increase because it's such a big audience, but what's happening is it's taking that broad audience within the location that we've added, and it actually brings it down, because now out of those 1.6 million that it had, only between 511,000 and 600,000 are interested in home improvement. So I do that so you can see that the more interest, the detailed interest or detailed targeting that you add to your audience, the narrower the audience becomes. Now that can be a good thing because you're not spending money on people who are not interested in your specific service. However, understand that the smaller the audience, the higher the cost per lead. So that's always something to consider. We typically recommend running your first campaigns with a broad or a broader target. Like that, you're able to cast a wider net and you're able to start to catch different prospects across different markets. And then once you have some data, then we can start to fine tune our targeting approach. So that's pretty much it, guys. Once you're in here, you're able to start to target your audience better suited to the campaign that you're running. But by applying any of these targeted strategies, the idea is that you can effectively reach your potential customers that are interested in the fencing services. So once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next lesson.